Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and we elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. A most pleasant good morning to one and all. Most pleasant good morning to you on this beautiful Friday morning. Of course, I do pray that you are healthy, well, safe and sound. How are you doing on this beautiful Friday morning? May Almighty Allah continue to bless you and your family. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, here in your company on this auspicious and holy day of Friday, the day of Jum'ah, right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, we'd like to extend a very special thank you going out to Pandit Shivan Hari Prasad for those beautiful and wonderful words of inspiration and motivation. And as always, we do wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. O Allah, it is you do we worship, and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Today's Islamic date is the 19th day in the month of Rajab, which of course is the 7th month on the Islamic calendar. We are currently in the year 1444. And very quickly we are counting down the mere weeks before the arrival of the holy month of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan, of course, is the 9th month on the Islamic calendar. So we have a little more than 5 weeks left for the arrival of the month of Ramadan. And today also coincides with the second Friday in the second month of the year 2023. Of course, we are in the month of February in this year 2023. And like they say, life goes on. Life basically waits on no one. Time is of the essence. And now as we're getting ready to commence the holy day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago, allow me the opportunity now to welcome you live on air, on the internet, and of course live on Facebook for a weekly program titled Soul Inspirations. Your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. Imam Safraz Ghani in your company for around about the next hour or so. So by all means, do keep it locked on to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM.
الصبح بدا من طلعته والليل دجى من وفرته है नूर साहर चेहरे से तेरे और शब की रौनक जुल्फों से अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह كنز الكرم مولى النعم هادي الأمم شريعته नेमत का हसीना है मौला गंजीना है रहमत है आका आदि है तमामी उम्मती के और रहनुमा है शरीयत के अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह سأتى الشجر نتقى الحجر شق القمر بإشارته उंगली के इशारे पैर चले हिजाज से पत्थर बोल उठे और चांद हुआ है दो टुकड़े अंगुष्ठ के इशारे से अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह जिब्रीलु अता लैलत अस्रा والرب دعا في حضرته जिब्रील आमी पैगाम खुदा लेकर आए थे शबे असरा अल्लाहु 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 अल्लाह अल्लाहु अल्लाहु अल्लाह فوسيلتنا هو سيدنا والعز لنا بإجابته الله 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 لا إله إلا الله
You are tuned into Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani. And as always, I must say it's an absolute honor and, of course, a personal pleasure to be in your company for around about the next hour or so. And of course, the program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, located at number 66 Omera Industrial Estate out there in Arima. Phone number 645-8326-663-9144. Island Chicken Meats and Poultry Processors located at number 47 Caroni Savannah Road out there in Charlieville. Phone numbers 471-3850-382-5418. Nicer Brand Products Limited of number 23 Bokal Road out there in Canupia. Phone number 665-3079-665-3078. An F&A Hardware and Shopping Center located at number 280 Rosha Douglas Road out there in Barrackpore. Contact number 277-8000. I also want to take the opportunity to say a very special salam and greetings of peace going out to Shirley Amin from out there in Hardbargain. Pleasant good morning as well going out to Elsie Lakan from out there in Garth Road. We say Assalamu alaikum, Jummah Mubarak going out to Hafiza Muhammad from out there in El Dorado. Pleasant good morning as well going out to Patricia James from out there in Makole. Assalamu alaikum as well going out to Lisa who has joined us on the program. And we say very special salams and greetings of peace going out to our Facebook listeners, Brother Hameen Khan, Sherry Ram Logan, Brother Sharaz Rojan, all of whom have messaged us via our Facebook feed live. And of course, you can be sure to message me on the program via the WhatsApp number 2994103. And also you can send those messages to the Facebook feed live as well. So this morning, we'll be doing a very, very special edition of the program. This morning, we will be dedicating this segment of Soul Inspirations to our friend, our brother, our colleague, Mr. Anil Beam, who would have departed this temporary abode. And of course, he would have left us sometime during the early hours of last Saturday morning. Of course, it's a piece of news which has left all of us in a complete state of shock, a complete state of sadness. So with that being said, this morning, neither will we be having our inspirational segment, nor will we be having our usual lecture segment. Instead, shortly after the early morning call to prayer, we'll be doing a short tribute dedicated to our very special colleague, our very special friend and brother, of course, Mr. Anil Beam, who has gone to be with his creator. So that, of course, is coming up more towards the end of the program, or should I say shortly after the call to prayer. So that is, of course, to look forward to on the program, a very special edition of Soul Inspirations this morning, as we continue to remember our dear friend who has departed, as we continue to send condolences, towards his family members and friends and loved ones. That, of course, is coming up on the segment this morning. So by all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. You are tuned into Soul Inspirations. And I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Gang.
يضمني وهو غطاء حول الرمال تلفني بل من وراء واللحد يحكي ظلمة فيها امتلاء والنور خط كتابه أنسي لقائي أنسي لقائي فرش التراب يضمني وهو غطائي حول الرمال تلفني بل من ورائي واللحد يحكي ظلمة فيها ابتلاء أنسي لقائي والأهل أين حنانهم باعوا وفائي والصحب أين جموعهم تركوا إخائي والمال أين هناؤه صار ورائي والاسم أين بريقه بين الثناء هذه نهاية حالي فشئت التراب يضمني والحب ودع شوقه وبكى رثاء والدمع جاف مسيره بعد البكاء بعد البكاء والكون ضاق بوسعه ضاقت فضائي فاللحد صار بدفتي أرضي سمائي هذه نهاية حالي فشئتها والخوف يملأ غربتي والحزن دائي أرجو الثبات وإنه قسما دوائي والرب أدعو مخلصا أنت رجائي أبغي إلهي جنة فيها هنائي والرب أدعو مخلصا أنت رجائي أبغي إلهي جنة فيها هنائي والرب أدعو مخلصا أنت رجائي أبغي إلهي جنة بها هنائي والرب أدعو مخلصا.
Allah's blessings and mercies on this beautiful Friday morning. Once again, we thank Almighty Allah for granting us the opportunity to witness another beautiful morning, to witness another sunrise, and to welcome in and to usher in a new chapter in our lives. Life itself is a very, very precious gift. Life itself is very, very ironic, and sometimes it is difficult to understand. It takes sadness to really know and appreciate what happiness is. It takes depression to fully appreciate peace of mind. It takes stress to fully appreciate calm. It takes noise to fully appreciate the silence. And sometimes it takes absence to fully appreciate presence. As you go through the journey of your life, peace is something you'll never experience if you keep letting things that can't control you control you. Don't let yourself be controlled by outside factors. The only factor that should be in control of your life is none other than the Almighty. And as you go through life, you experience a variety of different things. But like they say, experience is the hardest and sternest teacher. Why? because it gives you the test first, and then the lesson comes after that. The life we are living currently is very, very unpredictable. No one knows what is going to happen next. So don't ever get too comfortable in life. Always be ready for change and try to live every single second. Cherish every single moment that has been blessed, that has been given to you by the Almighty. And live your life to become a better person and to make a positive impact on the world before your departing time arrives upon you. And with that being said, I want to take this opportunity as well to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning, of course, is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Nicer Brand Products Limited of number 23 Brokal Road out there in Canupia. Phone number 665-3078, 665-3079. F&A Hardware and Shopping Center, located at number 280 Russia Douglas Road out there in Barrackpore. Contact number 277-8000. Island Chicken Meats and Poultry Processors, located at number 47 Caroni Savannah Road out there in Charleville. Phone numbers 471-3850, 3825-418. And the Original Barbecue Hut Limited, located at number 85 to 89 Sipera Road, Victoria Village out there in San Fernando. Phone number 657-9429. And of course, you can be sure to check out the official Soul Inspirations Facebook page. Of course, you can like and share the page. And you can view a live stream of today's program on the Facebook page. And also you can view content, which will be posted a little bit later on. I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani, and you are locked on to this very special edition of Soul Inspirations, where we honor and we pay tribute to our friend, our brother, Mr. Anil Beam, who has departed this abode and who has gone to meet his creator.
हम तेरे बिना अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा। हम तेरे बिना अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा। तुझसे जुदा अगर हो जाएंगे तो खुद से ही हो जाएंगे जुदा। अब तुम ही हो, बस तुम ही हो या रबी, बस तुम ही हो। चैन भी मेरी हर खुशी, मेरी जिंदगी, बस तुम ही हो या रबी। तेरा मेरा रिश्ता है कैसा, एक पल दूर गवारा नहीं। मेरा सब शाम बस है तेरा, वक्त मेरा बस आपका है। कोई लम्हा मेरा ना हो तेरे बिना, हर सांस पे नाम तेरा। अब तुम ही हो, बस तुम ही हो या रबी, बस तुम ही हो। चैन भी मेरी हर खुशी, मेरी जिंदगी, बस तुम ही हो। My Lord, you have come and seen me. I was lost and found now. You made love so easy. My Lord, keep me on the straight path. You're my one and only. बस तुम ही हो, तुम ही हो, बस तुम ही हो या रबी, बस तुम ही हो। चैन भी हर खुशी मेरी जिंदगी बस तुम ही हो। I know I'm waiting for something to happen to me. This waiting comes with trials and challenges. Nothing in life is free. My Lord, show me right from wrong. Give me life, make me strong. I know the road is long. Make me strong. Sometimes it just gets too much. I feel that I've lost touch. I know the road is long. Make me strong. I know I'm waiting, yearning for something known only to me. This waiting comes with trials and challenges. Life is one mystery. I wish that somehow you tell me that on that day you forgive. But we'll never know, 'cause that's not the way it works. I beg for your mercy. My Lord, show me right from wrong. Give me life, make me strong. I know the road is long. Make me strong. Sometimes it just gets too much. I feel that I've lost touch. I know the road is long. Make me strong. My Lord, show me right from wrong. Give me right, make me strong. I know the road is long. Make me strong. Sometimes it just gets too much. I feel that I'm lost touch. I know the road is long. Make me strong.
At this point on the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Cunupia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على حي على
A very special thank you going out to the sponsors of the program. The program this morning, of course, is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canoopia. The Price Club Supermarket located at Ramsaran Street out there in Chaguanas. Contact number 671-7777. And Point Fortin Hardware Limited Wholesale Division located at Frederick Settlement in Caroni. Phone number 662-1233, 678-0857. So coming into the studio this morning and sitting in this chair felt a little surreal. A lot has happened since I last sat in this chair, since I last met you, or since we last spoke. Shortly after I departed this seat, or I departed studio last Friday, shortly after that, we got the news of the passing of a friend, a brother, a colleague. Early Saturday morning, the news filtered through, and that morning, we were having a discussion with one of our neighbors, and she actually broke the news to us, and she's mentioned that Mr. Anil Beam has passed on. But from since then to now, I have not been able to pick my jaw up from off of the ground. It's been a real trying time for all of us here at 103.1. I think we are all currently still in a state of shock. His funeral would have taken place yesterday. And it is indeed such a great, great loss. And I want to share with you this morning my first interactions with Mr. Anil Beam. Back in 2020, when I started here at 103.1 FM, my first programming would have been throughout the course of the month of Ramadan. Iftar with the Imam. a program centered around the breaking of the fast every evening during the course of the month of Ramadan. And so that program would start from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. every evening. So Mr. Anil Beam, his program would run from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every evening, which meant that as I was coming into studio, he was closing off, his shift or his program. And my first impression with Mr. Anil Beam was that he was a gentleman. He was a true gentleman in every sense of the word. Coming into 103.1 FM, it was a very, exciting time for me because, of course, I was getting into something new. I had no prior knowledge about radio whatsoever. I had no prior knowledge about broadcasting whatsoever. I had no experience of speaking on air, of handling the equipment that is involved in sending a broadcast and so on and so forth. But I can say that Mr. Anil Beam, he was one of the individuals who fortunately were there to welcome me with open arms and to make me really feel part of the family. And for that, I am truly thankful. For that, I am truly grateful. And every day I would come in, I would be nervous. I would be uneasy. But you know what? I think he knew. I think he knew that I was nervous. I think he knew that I was uneasy. And he would be sitting here on this side and I would be on the other side. And he would always make some type of humorous remarks to break the ice. Some type of humorous remarks to, ease that sensation of discomfort in my mind. And he would say to me, Imam, don't worry, everything will be okay. You will be fine, don't worry. You learn as you go along. And he was always there to basically hold my hand and give me pointers here and there. Every day he would say, Imam, don't do this, do this. Don't use this wire. Why don't you try this? Why don't you try this piece of equipment that will help you to send a clearer, a clearer broadcast of your audio and so on and so forth? He was there like a brother, and he was also there like a father figure. And I think that is a testimony that can be echoed by every one of us here at 103.1 FM. He was always there to lend a helping hand. He was always there to give some small piece of advice that would really make a difference. And so every evening, as he was closing off his shift, I would have to sit there and listen to his signature closing remarks. There is a spark of divinity in each and every single one of us. Locate that divinity, and all in life will fall right in place. And I heard that day after day, evening after evening, and those words became implanted in my mind. For indeed, he was a very inspirational individual, very outgoing, and a person who was always there to be by your side. And just like that, he was taken away from us. Just like that, he was called back by the Almighty. And on Sunday evening, my wife and we visited his house just to, extend our condolences to the family. And they were all talking about the type of individual he was. And I want to share with you this. I was having a discussion with one of his neighbors, and he was saying that, he always had a habit of blowing out his driveway with one of those electric blowers. So every morning, some mornings he would wake up and he would get the blower going and he would blow the dust and the leaves off the surface from his driveway. But he would not stop there. He would make sure that the entire street all the way down to the other corner was clean as well. And he said that epitomized to me the type of person he was. Never a selfish person, always looking to see what he can do to help lift the other person up. And just as in his life we found many lessons to be learned, we can also find many lessons to be learned in his death as well. And the first lesson that we can take away is that life is uncertain. How long we're going to live, we have absolutely no idea. And that is the nature of life. The moment you come into this world, the most fragile thing about life is life itself. And one moment you can be going along your merry way, you can be enjoying your life as normal, and before you know it, death comes knocking on your door. And one day we all have to go. The question is, what preparation are you making for your time? Mr. Anil Beam, he lived his life. He had a very, very full life. He inspired many. He touched the lives of many globally, across the globe. And I can say that indeed he will live on in all of us here at 103.1. Every time a presenter takes this seat, a part of Mr. Anil Beam will come shining through, simply because of the valuable advice, simply because of the valuable knowledge, simply because of the experiences he would have shared with us all. We are all his legacy in some form or fashion. And that is another reflection point. What legacy am I leaving behind? One day we all have to leave this world behind. When you die, worry not about your dead body, as indeed the people around you will take care of that for you. They will take off your clothing and wash your body, place your body in your final shroud. They will then take you to your new abode, which is the grave. Many are those who will escort you to your final resting place. Many will even cancel their business to see you off. Your worldly possessions will be discarded and given out in charity. You can rest assured that life will go on after you. Your job that you used to cherish so much will be taken by another person. The very house that you used to live in will be occupied by new individuals. Your property will be legally distributed among your inheritors, whereas you will be brought to account for every single penny in the sight of your Creator. Eventually, you will be completely forgotten, and you will be assigned a special place on the shelf of memories. Hence, your story among human beings will come to an end, and your story in the life of the hereafter will begin. And at this very moment, you are all alone. Death is inevitable, and it does not discriminate. The only thing you will have with you at that point in time would be your deeds, whether good or bad. And even if you decide to take your worldly possessions with you in that grave, if you decide that this is my wealth, I have toiled throughout the course of my life for this wealth, I am going to take this with me, it's not going to bring you any sort of solace, any sort of benefit whatsoever. So the question that is worth asking, that what preparation have you made for your moment? Yesterday during the funeral, we saw Mr. Anil Beam lying there in front of us. What preparations have you made for when your final hour has approached? When it is your time to go, are you going to be prepared? When it is your time to go, are you willing to make peace with your Almighty, with your Creator? What state are you going to go in? We have absolutely no knowledge. And in the Quran, Almighty Allah reminds us, prepare yourselves for that day when you will be returned unto the Almighty. This life is a preparation ground. Live your life to the fullest. Always remain connected with the Almighty and try your best to inspire those around you. And that is all you can hope to accomplish in your life. If you can live a life connecting with the Almighty, if you can live a life, inspiring those and lifting those up around you, then your legacy will live on. And you will be remembered by many, and you will be blessed not only in this world, but also in the life of the hereafter. So today, as we continue to mourn our brother, our friend, our colleague who has touched the lives of so many, those of us who were fortunate enough to come into interaction with him, even if it was for a short period of time, can tell you that he was a truly blessed individual indeed. Let us take lesson from his death, just as we took lesson from his life. And I also want to take the opportunity as well to extend a most heartfelt condolence. We extend our most heartfelt condolences to his family, his wife, his children, his grandchildren, his loved ones who are left behind to mourn this loss. Like I mentioned before, it is indeed a great loss, and we cannot yet seem to come to terms with this loss. But like they say, such is life. We have to go on, we have to move on, until eventually it is going to be our time as well. But we extend our condolences to the family. We remember them in our prayer. And not only them, but all the people around the world who may be suffering at this point. Earlier this week, there was a huge earthquake in Turkey and also in Syria. And the last time I looked at the news, almost 20,000 people lost their lives in a very short space of time and counting. So death itself is all around us, and it is part of our life. We accept that as part of our lives, but all we can do is to prepare for it. Make that preparation. Make peace with the Almighty before that time comes upon you. Try your best to become a better individual before that time comes upon you. Inspire others before that time comes upon you. And before you know it, your legacy will be made. Before you know it, you will be a source of light, a beacon of light, not only for yourself, but for your family members, your community, your country, and the globe at large. Once again, finally, I extend my most heartfelt condolences on behalf of myself, on behalf of everyone here at 103.1 FM, to the friends and family and the loved ones of our dear Mr. Anil Beam. We continue to remember them in prayer. And we pray that Almighty Allah gives us the understanding that we can also use our lives for the benefits of many. And when it is our time to go, that we are able to leave this world in a manner which is pleasing to Him. Yes, man. And yet, so hard, so hard. Remember, most of all, I remember. Yes, man. Where there's a right, there is no wrong. I always thought we were so strong.
But our time just flew right by. There wasn't a chance to say goodbye. I'm so confused. I feel all alone. Deep in my heart, I know Allah has called you home. But yet, your smile still lingers in my mind. And yet, it's so hard. I just break down and cry. I remember your eyes, find a way to melt my heart. Most of all, I remember your smile. Sometimes I lie awake at night. The pain in my heart I just can't fight. Why did you have to go away? Yet I know none of us can stay. You'll always be so special to me. In this world you'll always live as a memory. Oh, but yet your smile still lingers in my mind. And yet it's so hard. I just break down and cry. I remember your eyes, find a way to melt my heart. Most of all, I remember your smile. But yet, your smile still lingers in my mind. And yet, it's so hard. I just break down and cry. I remember you're right. Find a way to melt my heart. Most of all, I remember your smile.
As we're coming to the end of the program for this morning, I want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning, of course, is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of the Price Club Supermarket, located at Ramsaran Street out there in Chagonas. Contact number 671-7777. Trinilink Solutions Limited, located out there at Waterloo Road in Aruka. And of course, you can check them out for all of your IT sales, solutions, and services. Contact number 788-4186. Point Fortin Hardware Limited Wholesale Division, located at Frederick Settlement in Currently. Phone number 662-1233, 678-0857. Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, located at number 66 Omera Industrial Estate out there in Arima. Phone number 645-8326, 663-9144. The Original Barbecue Hut Limited, located at number 85 to 89 Sipera Road, Victoria Village out there in San Fernando. Phone number 657-9429. And Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canupia. And also, we want to take the opportunity to say a very special salam and greetings of peace going out to you, our listeners and viewers, who would have joined us on the program this morning. Of course, this very special edition of Soul Inspirations, where we pay tribute to our dear brother, our dear colleague, who of course has been called back by the Almighty. And we say a very special thank you to you for all of the love that you have shown us here at 103.1 FM, for all of the condolences that have been extended to us and also to the immediate family, both locally and internationally. May the blessings of Almighty Allah be with you. It was an absolute honor and a personal pleasure to be in your company for around about the last hour or so. By all means, do join me next week, Friday from 5 a.m. for another segment of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. I'm your host, Imam Safraz Gandhi, signing out for this morning on this beautiful Friday morning. Until next week, please do have an extremely blessed day. Stay safe. Stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love, and may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is News at 6, followed by Prabhat. By all means, keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. And in honor of our dearly beloved colleague, who is no more, and of course, who is not in our presence, but in the presence of the Almighty, I want to end today's show with his signature closing remarks. There is a spark of divinity in all of us. Locate that divinity, and all in life will fall right in place. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you.
It's been a long time without you, my friend. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. We've come a long way, my love, from where we began. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. I remember all the nights I used to pray. Talking to my Lord, I used to say, please give me a wife who'll change my life. Now I found my best friend, my all. She makes me a better man and completes my faith. Now we wake for Fajr and we pray together. Inshallah, it's forever. It's been a long time without you, my friend. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. We've come a long way, my love, from where we began. And now that I have found you, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. I remember when love was far away. Oh yeah, and now she's